Hello everyone, it's Old Guardian here. Forged in the Barrens' Veiling Caverns miniset brought Shaman back into the meta, and in this video I'm going to take a look at the best Shaman deck and also one of the best decks in the game right now, and that's Elemental Shaman. Elemental Shaman is basically a mid-range deck. You're playing one, maybe two cards per turn, just gradually taking over the game and winning it. Elemental Shaman was almost playable before the miniset, but it had one crucial flaw, and that was that Kindling Elemental was the only one drop in the deck. Now that it also has Veiling Vapor, that means that it can share responsibility between those a little bit, get on the board more reliably at the start and then just start rolling from there. Kindling Elementals, other Elementals, then Lillipad Lurkers, you have that Hex effect in an Elemental body. Fire Elemental, Battlecry deal 4 damage, can clear some boards, can go phase. Just classic mid-range cards really, these sorts of very strong individual cards that you play every turn. You can also make your existing minions a little bit stronger with your Whack-a-Null Hammer. After your hero attacks, give a random friendly minion +1/+1. This is good with whatever you have on the board, but it's especially powerful with your Wind Fairy minions. Arid Stormer, Alakir the Windlord. Getting +1/+1 on these means that they're just going to hit that much harder. Finally, the deck makes use of a bunch of nature spells, all of them direct damage spells, because Primal Dungeoneer helps you draw a spell and an elemental, so it's a crucial part of your card draw package. You want to put some nature spells into your deck. But how do you use these nature spells? You also have Brukan in your deck, nature spell damage +3, so you can get some pretty big burn at the end. Typically you're not really saving these cards for Brukan though. You use Lightning Bolt very liberally early in the game to gain board control. Same with Serpentine Portal because it also summons a minion, it's really ideal for gaining board control. Maybe Dunk Tank is the only one that you might look into saving a little bit because you first want to corrupt it, and then after that, especially in combination with Brukan, it can just deal lots of damage. As for the mulligans with this deck, there are 3 cards that you always keep. Kindling Elemental, Veiling Vapor, and Cage Match Custodian. Just excellent cards for turn 1, turn 2. And then there are 2 conditional keeps, the Arid Stormer and the Primal Dungeoneer. Arid Stormer is especially good if you already have a Kindling Elemental, you play Kindling Elemental 1 into Arid Stormer on 2, very powerful. And Primal Dungeoneer, while it's not an elemental and so it doesn't benefit from the Kindling Elemental effect, it's still a strong card to give you more resources, but you would only keep it if you already have a couple of other tools, so that you can get on the board right at the start. Now, let's go take a look at Elemental Shaman in action, and if you enjoyed this content, please like this video and subscribe to my channel. I don't think Primal Dungeoneer is even worth to keep here. This hand is awful. The deck is a little bit more consistent now, because previously it was like you get Kindling Elemental, you have like 60% to win. You don't get Kindling Elemental, you have like 30% to win or something. But now with the Veiling Vapor added, and you're hard mulliganing for these cards, it just gives you a much better chance. But this is hard. I can't coin the Menacing Nimbus. If I coin the Menacing Nimbus, I have no curve. I will have a dead turn following this, so I just can't do it. It's going to be a bit more difficult here, but we'll see. This opens up like coin Serpentine Portal. I think I have to try that. And it turns out that I can roll a 3/7 out of it. So then I can move from this into Menacing Nimbus into Arid Stormer. Not the greatest, but it's what I've got. And I will still be able to kill off that Kolak. But I am under a lot of pressure. Now I can just draw from my deck instead. Yes, please. Kill off the Kolak, but there might be too much pressure anyway. Arid Storm next turn. Clears up some of the minions, but might be under too much pressure. Turn up the heat a little, so we kill these 2. Hunter doesn't have a lot of cards. I don't know if they have an answer to Stormer. But if they have the Rhino here, it's still good. I will be able to hex the Rhino, but Rhino's still powerful. But I think I'm just going to die. Hunter is one of the worst matchups for this deck. Now they are employing a rather strange strategy. They have only one card in their hand. I need to corrupt the dunk tank, don't I? This goes there and then it goes face. This trades away that one, this goes face. So I have... well, let's see where this one ends up. It ended up killing itself, that's good. So I have 9 plus 5, I have 14 damage here. So I would need to survive another 2 turns. I might be able to do that. With Hunter now being a little low on resources. Down to 8 health. Four, 9, 14. I would need another 6. I don't have another 6 here. Probably need to try to roll a totem. Trying to get Taunt Totem, of course. Okay, Hunter has 2 cards and they need to deal 6 damage. Can they do it? These 2 cards have to deal 6 damage. Rhino is not enough. Rhino is just 4 damage. Well, looks like we were able to pull it off this time. That's what we're looking for in the mulligan. 2 of them. How am I able to use that to my advantage? Does this play all of this out there? Oh, I can't. This will still cost 1. Is 1 kindling elemental enough? I guess it's okay. Then I can do like Menacing Nimbus into another kindling elemental next turn. Costing 2. Optimizing my mana use. If I believe this tempo is enough here now. Because that would open up various opportunities for later turns. And I thought that against Paladin's first turn that would be okay. So now I can do this. This isn't actually great, because now I can't do an elemental on 3 unless I top deck 1. That will break the elemental chain. I believe I must trade away the loot hoarder. Getting Dream against Paladin would be useful, because the deck doesn't run Devolving Missiles, because it's not a nature spell. Oof. That's annoying. Let's play the Emerald Drake and chill. Let's see what happens next. Yeah, I really wanted to get the Dream. Because Paladins and buffs need a more iconic duo. Well, as long as they don't have a broomstick, I'm fine. Okay, that one also works. Sadly. Well, then I'm not very fine at all. Not very fine at all. I need to use these to trade. I have the Lilibet Lurker active now, but this has not been going well. Not been going well at all. That's the hammer. Do I want to Lilybeth Lurker this? Well, it is an elemental, but I deny it from the Nesot by lurkering it. But they will have to find another elemental. So I guess that's how we roll. That also puts the Froggy into their beast pool instead of the Venomous Scorpid, or in addition to the Venomous Scorpid. That could have corrupted the 5-mana 8/8 though. So maybe that wasn't good. Just a dragon. Okay. That's not a huge problem. I can Light Shower Elemental here and push 11 to face. I think that's how we roll. Let's hit them in the face. I have 7 from hand. They didn't have the Carousel Gryphon. Oh, they did have the Carousel Gryphon. Okay. That was a little unexpected. And really bad for me. Well, that sucks then. Yeah, that sucks. Well, if I dunk tank their face and trade, I can still put an Emerald Drake on the board. What if I trade on Serpentine Portal? No, that's not strong enough. Need to dunk tank face. Then trade there. And then play the Emerald Drake. But it's slipping away now. It's definitely slipping away. If they can get another taunt on the board this turn. Oh. That randomly generated snack run was scary. 5. Oh! Very Hearthstone-y. Very Hearthstone-y indeed. They could, if they have Nesot, they win. I can't beat Nesot. I mean, Nimbus, Revenant, Whack-a-Mole Hammer. I don't think it's strong enough. But I guess I'll have to try. But I don't think this will do. Nesot wins the game. I couldn't find any path where Nesot doesn't win the game. So, do they have it? They didn't have it. That's interesting. That means I can push 8 plus 3. 8 plus 3 is 11 damage. I still need another 9. Well, that's the best I can do. I could get like a Brukan top deck here. Brukan top deck into Serpentine Portals would win the game. It's not likely, but it's possible. They didn't have Nesot. Okay. Can they find Lifesteal or Taunt? They're looking for Lifesteal or Taunt. Because I still have Lethal here if they don't find Lifesteal or Taunt.
You don't pick the ones.
Okay. I really thought they were going for a 5-cost golem. Well, now I don't necessarily have lethal if they found a noble sacrifice. Or oh my Yogg. Oh, there's multiple ways for them to win. So it's probably Oh My Yogg. But this could still be a damage spell. Not a damage spell. I need to wait for a possible Brukan top deck with the other spell. Because there's still a chance to pick up Brukan. Okay. Now they're probably playing the Golem, so I guess they went for a 10 cost Golem. No, they were able to top deck Nezoth. And that gives them taunts. So I need to top deck Brukan or Fire Elemental. There's my Fire Elemental. Splendid. They're still dead. These are not the minions I seek. Well, these are definitely not what I seek. So I actually ended up with a worse hand than I started with. Well, I can still top deck something to make my hand only as bad as it was originally. Druid kept 3 cards, so that makes me think Gibelings. What sort of clown druid would keep 3 cards? I mean, it could be Wild Growth, Overgrowth, Guardian Animals, but that really makes me think Gibelings. I guess we didn't get the win now. Just a hunch. Maybe this will not result in a victory. How does this deck feel? I won every game. But I'm not going to win this game. One Overload is fine. Need to Lightning Bolt away the Gibeling, that could still reproduce. Technically, the Arid Stormer with its Wind Fury and Rush could do something here. Depending on what exactly the Druid has. Oh! Oh! Oh, that was a surprising turn of events. Actually being able to kill all of that stuff there. But there's still one card that they kept, so that's a Glowfly Swarm, isn't it? If it's not Fungal Fortunes, it's Glowfly Swarm. So this can still get rather ugly. Oh, it was a Guess the Wait, alright. If I overload myself, I cannot play Lilybeth Lurker next turn. That's just something I have to accept at this point.
Lost your wand.
Something I have to accept at this point. There was an option to save this for next turn so that I could activate the Lilybeth Lurker for the following turn, but I'm probably playing Fire Elemental on 6. So I think I need a top deck card anyway.
Never be afraid of your inner power.
A Revolve. 3-drop, 3-drop. 1-drop, 3-drop. I think we're in. Because my minions are quite damaged at this point. I'll just revolve into something else. And grab a Devolving Missiles here, I suppose. Okay. We managed to get some health back to our minions. There was no Glowfly Swarm in the Druid starting hand after all. I'm able to play Fire Elemental next turn.
I can't win them all.
Actually a win. I thought that was going to be bad, but Druid's hand was a little weaker than I anticipated. They had the Gibbling, but they kind of lacked the follow-up to that. So we have unlocked the Warchief Thrall. Which warrior deck is better, Kutun or Nesot Control? Both seem to be very, very bad right now. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the show, please click the like button and subscribe to my channel for more.